Hi everyone. Do you have this free firefighter practice test? If you do, go grab your copy. We're going to be working out of it today. If you don't have this free firefighter aptitude test, you can download your copy. All you have to do is go into the About section of this YouTube channel and then click the link underneath firefighter mailing list. That will take you to a landing page where you can put in your information, hit subscribe, and then you will receive your free firefighter practice test PDF. Print the PDF, and then you can work through the 60 multiple choice questions that are on that test. This test is good for anyone writing an FPSI test, so the FACT test, the NFST test, or the CEB. It's also good for fire candidates who are writing the CPS test or the OS test. And if you're not sure what test you're writing, or if it simply states that you're going to be writing a general entry-level firefighter written exam, this test is good for you because it's all encompassing. It looks at the majority of different types of questions that you will see on these firefighter aptitude tests. So grab your copy. It's free. It's a 24-page document, and then let's get into it. We're going to be working through a mechanical aptitude question today, and it starts on page 18. I want to take you back to what we've been talking about as it relates to the mechanical aptitude section. You're going to be asked a number of mixed questions. So you'll see some questions on simple machines. You'll see some questions on spatial relations. It's important for you to identify the type of question that you're being asked first so that you can make a plan to solve the problem or to answer the question. In this case, we're going to be looking at gears. You can see it's a gear question because you can see the picture of gears, and in the question itself it says, if the driver gear turns counterclockwise in the above image, how many gears turn clockwise? So once you see gears, either in a visual format or in the written text of the question itself, right away understand that gears is the simple machine that you're working on. The next thing you want to identify is the type of question that you're being asked, because gears have 4 different questions that are attached to them. In this case, we're going to be asked to determine the direction gears are revolving. That is a specific type of gear question. So if you're taking notes, record that, please. Determine the direction gears are revolving. Now, in this question, or this type of question, there are 2 different styles of questions you can see. So in directional questions of gears, you could be asked one of 2 different types of questions. The first is like the example here. So it says, again, if the driver gear turns counterclockwise in the above image, how many gears turn clockwise? So how many gears turn clockwise is one, or counterclockwise, depending on what the question says, is one of the different types of directional questions you'll see. Another question that you could see is something along this line. If the driver gear turns counterclockwise, in what direction is the driven gear turning? Okay, so the second type of question will give you the direction of the driver gear, and then it will ask you in what direction is the driven gear turning. Now, if you're not sure about these terms, I will go through them with you. The driver gear is the gear where the energy starts, or where the input is put into the machine, the effort is put into the machine. So typically it's the first gear, and then as you go through the gear train, the last gear is called the driven gear, or the output gear. It is not man is not applying effort to the driven gear. The effort is being transferred through the gear train to the driven gear. Okay, so think of it like this. If you are the driver of a vehicle, you are applying effort to the vehicle to move it, right? So the driver gear has effort applied to it and it moves. The driven gear, or if you are the person being driven in the vehicle, you are not applying any effort to the car. Instead, the effort is being applied and moving you while you're in the vehicle. So again, you have a driver gear and then you have a driven gear. Now, something to keep in mind when it comes to directional gear questions is this. Please write this down. Meshed gears turn in opposite directions. So gears that are connected always turn in opposite direction. If you keep that in mind, then you can figure out what direction the gears are turning. And then if you need to, like this case, you can determine how many gears turn in a specific manner. My name is Luann. I trust you found this helpful. If you're looking for a tutor in mechanical aptitude, I can be found at smarttutoring.ca. Thank you and have a smart day.